So hi everyone, and welcome to my channel Hisame Artwork. I seem to be live. So today I'm going to continue to color pages from my comic book Niels Feynman's Time Traveling Adventures, and we are now at page 37. Let me open here the where's the navigator? There we go, so you guys can see the full page there in the corner. I guess only be properly visible if you do a full screen. So let me just open all the chats. So the Twitch chat here. If you see that I don't reply to you because I don't have a audio notification that somebody wrote to me on Twitch, just use one of the really colorful emojis. I think there's a red one there that should catch the corner of my eye. Usually I don't get that many people on Twitch, so I tend to overlook it by accident. I feel like sneezing. Bonada. Maus bine? Can you hear me okay? Oh, and I have another person in the chat. Hi there. Okay. So we are going to continue with page 37, and I'm gonna pull out the previous page just so I can get my colors in here. There we go. And first off, I'm gonna do the mask on this one. There we go, mask. And mask. Just so I can color easily. Got some extra lines there. I will erase those later when I finish. So yep, let's do the color. Gonna do the background, the light green. Just gonna go all the way to the bottom and should be here. Paper, there we go. And I'm gonna unlock this so that I can color. There we go, it's green now. So what I really like about Clip Studio Paint is that it's so easy to color anything. It detects layers above and takes them into consideration if there's any lines there. So it just makes it really easy to color. Now I'm going to then give it an overlay in Photoshop, so because I have the styles option there. and that'll make it much easier for me to give it kind of a color gradient and also give an overlay to the line, so it will look very different once it is in Photoshop. There's just some things, you know, that are easier to do in Photoshop, so out of laziness I kind of do it in there because I still have the program. Of course at some point it's gonna get really old and probably get more and more issues. There is no support for the old version of Photoshop that I have. I mean, I guess it still runs okay. It always had problems, that's why I'm not using Photoshop anymore. Clip Studio Paint isn't as intuitive as Photoshop. Like, Photoshop is a perfect program to work in for beginner artists. Like, everything is really simple and easy to find, I guess. I've never had an issue working with Photoshop. Some other programs are a bit more tricky to figure out. Like, I really love PaintStorm. If you don't know PaintStorm and you're interested in digital painting, go check out PaintStorm. It's an amazing program. It was a bit overwhelming for me. It was just so many options and it was kind of hard to find what I wanted. And I wasn't able to draw very well in it, so it kind of became a bit annoying, and I just haven't had since the time and patience to go in it again. But if you know how to use PaintStorm, you can get some really amazing results very quickly. It's definitely a program that I do want to invest time in. But I just kind of have to sit down and really get into it, which is what I've kind of been avoiding. I just always have something else to do, so I just kind of been, oh, I'll do it later, I'll look into it later, and it's been later for a long time. But it's just, you know, always a joy when you find a program that can just take and easily control and what you have in your mind, that you're able to do it. Clip Studio Paint is like that with the Lineart options, and with the blending. Like, this is where Clip Studio Paint excels over a lot of other programs. If you want to do line art, if you want to do blending of the colors, you do it in Clip Studio Paint. Like, I don't know of any other program that can do what Clip Studio Paint can do so easily. And I'm glad that so many programs are being developed for graphic art, and things are only gonna get better. With more and more options that just make your life easier. Let's see. Now the surface of my tablet has worn out, so now it's really slippery. I really liked it in the beginning. So I have the Wacom Pro tablet. It had a bit of a rough surface, and unfortunately I can't just take out and replace it and put a new one in. That imitated pencil way better, and it just gave me better control over the brush. I would say it's like having the ABS system of like in a car, you know, when you're trying to pull the brake and the wheels get stuck and you have some issue that you slip. And then you have cars, modern cars with the ABS system that prevents the wheels from getting blocked like that, and locked, sorry, and slipping even worse. So I mean, it's not the best comparison, but I feel it's kind of similar to that. In the sense that I had better control. And this is what I didn't like about Bamboo tablet and some other old tablets, was like drawing plastic on plastic, and your pencil, your stylus would just slip sometimes and you get pretty nasty lines. So now with the Clip Studio Paint, you have the stabilization here, and you can actually change how much to stabilize the input from the tablet pen, or pen tablet pens, I guess. I know it's called a pen tablet, but maybe because Clip Studio Paint is Japanese, they put the words in a different order. So you have that, and actually the first program that I've seen having this was Corel XP Pro or something 3, so number 3, and it had a adjustable stabilizer option, which was of course very convenient. Actually, it was going to be a lighter green there. Gray, sorry, lighter gray. looks like she has a astigmatism, where her eyes are kind of facing inwards. You know, when you do the line art, some things look good, but when you fill in with the colors, you kind of realize, hey, there's something wrong with it. It's always funny. This is the driver, ink, driver, color. This is a very beautiful breed of cats. And it's very funny looking too. Maine Coon. Let's see, let me look at it. It just looks amazing. It looks like a miniature panther. Look at it, like that big mouth. Doesn't even look like a cat. It kind of looks like a panther, and it's a very cool breed of cat. I love it. I don't know if I would want this in my house. Like, I feel like it could murder me in my sleep, so... because I think it has pretty big teeth. I don't know, maybe they're docile. I don't know if they're bred for indoor living. There's the Romanian swamp wildcat. My husband had accidentally a kit from that. Like, he rescued a cat off the street, and he thought it was a normal cat, but then it kind of didn't stop growing, and it kept growing and growing, and it was like, oh wait, this is not a cat, this is a wild cat. And kind of started attacking people that would come and visit, so it was like, I'm gonna find somewhere else for you to live before you kill me in my sleep. So he gave it to a friend who had a farm kind of in the swamp area, and apparently the cat was very happy and doing fine there. Fishing and doing other swamp wildcat stuff. Let me see if I can... it was actually more fluffy than this. I saw in his pictures. Yeah, so something like this. And I wish it had like a human for comparison, because it's bigger than this. Like the one that he had like grew kind of big. I think this one's a tiny one, like it's still young maybe. This one's actually a girl, it's not a boy, but I guess it can look like a boy because it's bigger. I don't think I'll get into that at this point of the story. I'm kinda focusing on Niels and his adventures. So I'm not gonna deviate from that too much. I have put some pages to kind of give context to the larger world that the characters are inhabiting, but I don't think I'll get into more detail than necessary. Maybe I'll release some, you know, extra pages with like lore or character sheets or something like that if we have the time. I want to get as many pages done in advance as possible, depending on how much time June has as well. She is currently renovating her house, and she needs to get that done before winter comes, so I guess before September, October, something like that. I have to talk with her and see how her schedule is doing. I may have to take a trip back to Europe, and I don't know how long that is going to take. And if that happens, I would like to have pages done in advance, so that I don't have to put the comic on hiatus. If I have to do that, I don't know if I'll not be able to continue the pages. Maybe June will do more of the base coloring and stuff like that, and I just do the last details to kind of check on everything that is okay. Maybe have someone help me with what is needed. Hopefully it will not come to that, and I will be able to continue doing the pages myself, because like the more time I spend in doing everything myself besides the sketch, the better, because there are always like these little issues that I can miss or overlook, and usually I catch them when I'm coloring, or I start working on a page myself, not just looking at previews and thumbnails in the chat, that I actually go and look at the characters and details and everything. Let's see how many people I have. I have 2 other people watching. I kind of was hoping that Anna would come. I wanted to talk to her about the quiz. I talked to Kirani about the quiz on Facebook. She was up for it, so that's nice. It'd be really cool if I'll be able to do the quiz. I think it would be nice and fun. Hi June, how are you? I was just thinking about all the new pages I have to do. wanna color, oh, this thing here, projector. Yeah, so if I have to go to Europe for an extended period of time, I don't know yet what my future holds for me. So I might not be able to work on the pages. Hopefully I will be able to. But if I can't, that's gonna be a bit of a bummer. Hopefully we'll be able to get some of the pages done in advance. How are you with your with your renovations for the house and everything? What is this? Oh, it's on the wrong layer. Okay. It's panel 1. Okay. I might have to go to Europe. I don't know yet. If I have to, I'll need to do some pages in advance. How long are you going to keep up the renovations? Like, when will you have to stop? I mean, I think it's inside the house, so you're not gonna do any exterior stuff that requires you to kind of stop in October or something like that. I'm asking just so I know if how we're gonna do with the pages. I may have to go in December. I'm hoping that if I have to go to Europe, I will go in January, where it's way less crowded and I can move more freely and quickly. Exterior slab. We'll do only small things inside. Okay. Because at the moment, I don't know if we kind of need to like rush with the pages or not. I'm not sure of anything. It's just a mystery what I'm gonna do, where I'm gonna be. And it's very annoying for me personally, not knowing what's going to happen. Like, I think next month I'll know better where I have to travel, if I have to travel. Both me and my husband may have to travel, we don't know yet. So I just thought I give you a heads up in case that is, so just isn't too out of the blue. What I wanted to talk about with you, Anna, if you're interested as well, because I saw you did the quiz for the for your comic, and I thought it was really interesting. And also I've seen. Not yet. What are they waiting for? Oh, for the renovation for June. So Anna, what I wanted to ask you about, because I saw a lot of YouTubers do, where's that layer? Choose color. There we go. Do kind of have this like reward system where people can gain points and then spend points on, I don't know, shout outs or sketches or just other stuff like that. And I thought maybe you guys would be interested, and I don't know if you do like little quizzes regarding to the comic, like what characters like what their name is, or what's their favorite food, or I don't know, some questions about the comic. If you'd be interested in playing that, and you know, if you answer correctly, you get some like points, and then you can like spend it on something. Let's say, I don't know, sketches, illustrations, shout outs, like I say, hey, you know, check out their comic, or you know, this person is awesome, check them out, or whatever. I just give a shout out or random stuff, you know, like they do on honest trailers. Yeah, let me see if I can find that page again. Oh, I have 5 people watching. Hi there, everyone. What was it called? Potato points. No, I'll go to one YouTube, and it was that Denver guy, because he had the whole potato system, and I think you have it on Twitch as well. I mean, it was for his live YouTube, but I don't want to use that system because it doesn't always work. Like, I try to spend my potato points, but I wasn't able to. I don't know where his live streams are. Anyway, the idea was that people were like gaining points, and you have this system on Twitch as well. I tried to implement that. I wasn't able to. I don't know how those plugins work. And also, when I went to his page, he had like a different system, and that didn't work as well. Like, I would gain potatoes, that is how he named his points, but I wasn't able to spend my potatoes. And I'm thinking, you know, if enough people participate in this, you know, maybe it would be interesting, kind of have like a weekly or every few days, just have the little quest. And I can keep count on the blog, and there will be a lot easier for me to keep track of the data and modify if there is any reason to do that. Since I don't have that many followers, I mean, I don't have to have it automated like he has. Like, he has thousands of subscribers, so he can't really keep track of everybody. But I don't have thousands of subscribers, so it should be easy for me to keep track of half a dozen people that would participate. Like, I'm hoping for a full dozen, just because it will make it more fun when there's more people playing something. But school's starting, so bye bye, thanks for coming, sleep tight. Like, don't let the bed bugs bite, though you don't have any bed bugs, so you're okay. It's just sleep tight. I don't know, Anna, what do you think? Would you enjoy playing that? Kinda collecting the points, and you can always go check on my blog to see how many points you have if you wanna know. Like, do you think it would be something that would be fun for people to play? Because for the Hisame original character lottery, there's only one winner. I did that event for Tapastic as well, and like would have been a lot easier to win sketches, but people just don't see the news there. Like on the app, you don't get any notification that an artist posted. I hate bugs, me too. We went to our grandmother's farm once and I got a whole bunch of fleas. That was horrible. No, you don't answer during the live because people can't participate in the live streams because of the time zone. But you know, just post like a quiz on Facebook. Like you have the one for Virili, but I wouldn't complicate people with Virili. I just post the question on Facebook or Twitter or something like that, and then people can, like, I mean, on Facebook it would be easier because I have the poll option, and you know, I can ask what is Niels' cat's name? Is it Erwin? Is it Eugene? Is it Edgar? Is it Erwin? You know, and you can choose from that. Hi Caesar. And people can answer the questions, and then I would post on my blog. I would make like a special section and post there everybody who has answer correctly, they get like a point. Like I have here Hisame OCL, I can make like Hisame quiz or something like that and be just another page that is permanent. You can make a poll question on Google and attach the quiz on Facebook. Yeah, they changed also the YouTube format, not just Picarto. You can make a poll question on Google and attach it to the quiz on Facebook. I don't know if I'm not complicating people too much. Like I've noticed that a lot of people don't know how Facebook works. Like you and me and a couple of other younger people, like maybe we know how Facebook works, but I don't know, a lot of people just don't seem to know or don't have time to kind of pay attention to what's happening. So I would try and make it as simple as possible so that more people can participate. Like I said, unfortunately on Tapastic, like on the app, for whatever reason, you don't get a notification when the creator posts something on their wall, like shares something with the subscribers. You do not get that notification. We answer for emoticons on Facebook. Yeah, I guess that would be the simplest. YouTube want to, I don't know, it kind of seems pointless and annoying. Yeah, like YouTube has way bigger problems than this how should I say, superficial issue of how the interface looks. They just keep doing that, you know, they change the interface every now and then for no good reason. It just seems like a waste of time to me, but you know, I'm not a CEO at YouTube. I think it's really annoying that they change how the monetization system works. It's not that I care, because I wasn't making money on YouTube anyway, so I don't care that much, but I am annoyed of the fact that I was following a lot of really awesome creators and animators, and now they're getting like less for their efforts, like they're getting less paid or making less income, and they had to go to Patreon to be supported. And it's just annoying, because I mean, YouTube has realized that, oh, we don't need to pay people to keep being on YouTube and generating income for us. We can just do this to them, and because you're not gonna get new subscribers from Patreon. Like, Patreon doesn't give two shits about you. You have to find your audience by yourself, and you're gonna find that audience as an animator on YouTube. And they're just putting people in a really bad place, and a lot of creators are just gonna stop doing original stuff so that they can make a living by making advertising and working for other companies instead of doing the awesome stuff that they were doing before. The apocalypse made people flee on Patreon. Yeah, YouTube has been horrible to creators. This will discourage new people. Yeah, it will definitely discourage new people. Like, it was hard enough before. Now they just made it impossible. Like, I'm using YouTube because it works better than Picarto and Twitch, and I have more people on YouTube that come. Like, a lot more people have YouTube accounts than they have Picarto, and of course they're not willing to make accounts just so they can look at me. So yeah, I need to keep using YouTube. I'm not complaining, because my content is not that valuable. Like, the space I occupy in their hard drives is worth more than any income I'm generating for them. Like, you guys are a couple of people, and you probably have ad block, so like, I'm getting more out of YouTube than YouTube is getting out of me, so I'm cool with that. People is too stupid. Put random in every YouTube video. But the people that are actually generating a lot of the income and the quality content on YouTube, like, they're just being pushed out. They're not being paid adequately for all the things that they're giving to YouTube. They're getting less back. It's not an equal partnership for them. And it's too bad. And I kind of, even if I stopped using YouTube and wasting their server space or whatever, they're not gonna give those people better advantages. You know, if I fall on my sword, it's not like it's gonna fix the problem and make it better for the other people. And you know, it's too bad. It's really unfortunate, in my opinion. What's probably going to happen, like, more of them maybe are gonna move to other platforms, and it's gonna be less centralized, and they're gonna maybe gain more followers, new followers on other places, but lose the ones that they had on YouTube. I think by far Tapastic is doing and is having the best system. Like, if you want original content from talented people and stuff like that, go to Tapastic. There are a bunch of comics there. You surely will find something that you like and enjoy, and it's just a really nice community on Tapastic. Out of all the platforms that we have, like, yeah, Tapastic is doing by so far the best. I mean, I've gotten more tips on Tapastic than on Patreon. I mean, it could definitely work better for other people. Like, I know a lot of people are doing fine on Patreon and they're really happy with Patreon. I'm not happy with Patreon. Patreon doesn't work for me. Maybe it works for other people, but it does not for me. It taxes some countries way more than it does for Americans. Like, and most of my audience is not American, it's European and it's British, and therefore Patreon is bad for the people that want to support me. Like, I have people in Canada and so on that tip me on Tapastic and just tip me in general on whatever social media I've been that had tipping. Whilst on Patreon you have to take money out of your wallet or your bank or whatever, and it just piles up the taxes. Yeah, I mean, it would work on Patreon if you already have a lot of followers that are American. So they have to be American so that they get taxed less when they tip. Like, for example, for someone out of the UK to tip me on Patreon, out of the $10 that they would give me, $4 would go to taxes. Like 40% goes to taxes, and it wasn't the same amount of money if somebody from the US tipped me, which I thought was really weird. Like, why is it such a big difference? Yeah, I don't have that many tippers, so for me it's easy to know who's tipping me, because I know the people and I know where they're from. So I don't need to know for the smaller tippers. Like, I get maybe a couple of cents from someone, I don't really need to know where they're from, because on Tapastic it's like usually friends or family that send me tips, or people that have been fans of mine for a long time and they used to tip me on Sue or something, and now they're doing it on Tapastic. And I like the fact that they changed on Tapastic. Like, on Tapastic they pay attention to people, because it used to be they used to use the Google payment system, and that would also take like 40% of the tips. Like, for every $10 that you tipped, 4 would go to taxes. And they changed that. They're using another system now. I forgot which system is. I think I saw in a forum at one time they were like discussing it, because a lot of people were kind of grumpy about it. Oh, people send me money, people work hard for those money, and then they send me money and a bunch of it goes to taxes. It doesn't even produce anything, it just goes to banks, and they were very upset about that. And I understand, like, banks can be really shitty. They provide like the minimum necessary service, and they can charge you as much as they can without actually doing anything. It's all automated computers. It's not like they need to pay a person to be there and move the money from one place to another, and you say, oh, you're supporting this person and their family. No, it's just a computer. Why is it so expensive? It doesn't even use that much electricity. And the past, they listen to the people's complaints, because a lot of people are saying, well, I'm a big artist, I have a lot of people that want to tip me, this system isn't working for me, I'm still gonna use PayPal or whatever they were using, or Patreon or whatever worked for them best. And Tapastic obviously didn't want to lose on that money, and also they're pretty nice people as far as I can tell. Like, they do sometimes write some stuff that like sounds kind of bad or stupid, like there have been some misunderstandings, and considering the fact that they're Korean, maybe, I don't know, it was more of a translation issue and lack of oversight. So the message kind of came out crappy. But in the end it was okay. Like, the admins in the forum are attentive, you have questions, they answer you. Like, I don't know, like, I have very few complaints about Pastic. Like, so far they've done way more for indie artists than any other platform. And they haven't been slimy and sleazy and kind of try and rip them off so bluntly and indifferently like Facebook does. Like, Facebook is a horrible place for artists, and now YouTube has turned into a mustache twirling Facebook. So yeah, I mean, obviously, Tapastic is not perfect, but it's way better than what we have in other places. Yeah, like that terms and services, like, it came out really bad. Like, I don't think they ever intended to do what people said. Like, I didn't even get that from the text because I saw a print screen of the original, and like, I did not interpret it like they interpreted it. It was just so, like, it blew out of proportions really quickly, really stupidly, as far as I could tell. And I'm pretty glad that I was following, and I'm still following, Cindy Foster, who is the author of Oops Adventure Comics there. And she's a moderator on Tapastic, and she knows the people, and I asked her, like, what is this whole drama here? I don't know what's going on. Can you, like, please explain to me? And she told me, hey, it's okay, I know these people, they're not trying to scam you guys. Like, let me find out what's going on and I'll get back to you. And sure enough, they kind of took back what they posted and apologized, and said it was a misunderstanding, like, it's not what we wanted to say or something like that. I didn't follow the whole drama very carefully because I'm not a big fan of drama. I don't have much patience for it. I suspected it was a misunderstanding because some of the artists there were just went nuts. And whenever somebody goes nuts like this, it's usually to get attention. You know, oh, pay attention to me, I'm so self-righteous and good, and I'm a good artist, and crap like that. And there's just publicity stunt. They're being way more angry than they need to be just for the sake of being angry. Yeah, Oops is on hiatus. From my understanding, she's been a bit ill. If I remember correctly, what she posted there, that she's had some health problems. I don't know what those are. I think she's still on hiatus. I sent her a message because I wanted to know if the December art collab was going to still take place, because the registration was in August, or I mean still is in August. Like, we have 2 days or 1 day left. And so I sent her a message asking, hey, are you still going to do that event? Because I couldn't find where to register, you know? And I did not get a reply, so I don't know what's happening. She's probably haven't been online for a long time. Like, if it's a serious health problem, maybe she's the kind of person that doesn't want to spend time online anymore. Like, I don't know what kind of health problem she has. If she has a health problem, like, I don't remember exactly what was going on there. I missed if she did a post and was wondering. Yeah, I mean, I went to her wall and to her other stuff, and like, I couldn't find anything pertaining to that other than the health issue announcement. And I think she also had to move with the house, so it was like, initially it was on hiatus because she had to change houses, and then it was on hiatus because she was sick, and I don't know what's happening. She uploaded some extra, I think. I don't know, I don't remember seeing it. So she might be. I mean, aside from the comic on Tapastic, I don't know if she posts somewhere else. I know she has a website, but I always forget to check that. So I don't know. Let me see little Bob how he looks, cause that was the inspiration for the mechanic. So he has kind of an M on his face. Okay. And also kind of, but I think that's kind of too complicated. Let's see. I can do that. Say like here. Where are you, little bub? So he's got the M, the fuzzy face, and white, and then black. So yeah, something like that. Yep, that more or less, and get the goggles. So I don't know if the December event is still going to be held. Maybe somebody else will do it. I haven't seen anything in the forum about registration. But usually on Tapastic they're pretty cool. Like if you miss the official registration for whatever reason, like they'll still let you in after the event. Like last event they had the people that registered post in December, and then the rest of us who missed the registration uh, posted in January. So like it all worked out in the end and was still cool and fun, and I think that was really nice that they still kept that. And they let people join afterwards regardless. So that's why I'm saying that the whole community on the Pastic it's nice and it's relaxed, and I enjoy the fact that it's not stressful. Like they're very lenient. They want to let everybody join and have a good time. That seems to be like their main purpose, to make it like a good place for everybody. Sure, there are problems. I mean, I think it's normal that they would focus on the big money maker series. They're very heavy on romance and teenage drama and stuff like that, that I don't have much appreciation for it. But that's the bulk of their audience. Like, why wouldn't they cater to what their audience wants? Like, just because I don't like it doesn't mean that other people don't have to like it as well. But you know, that's just how it is. Tapastic is a very young platform, and it's for young people. Most of the readers are like younger than us. Most of the creators are about our age. Like you don't have 50, 60, 40-year-olds doing the comics like you have for Marvel and DC. Like for Marvel and DC, the average age of the creators is a lot older than it is for Tapastic. And so the readers are gonna want things that they can relate to. And at this point in their lives, it's teenage drama. So that's why you don't have that many subscribers or likes for comics such as Piling Higher and Deeper or Awkward Deity, or I forgot that comic with the goose, with the mama goose, because those comics deal with issues regarding college, regarding motherhood, regarding medical problems, and like usually medical problems you get them for older people, at least 30. So that's why those comics are not doing that well on Tapastic as they're doing on other um, platforms. So yeah, I don't know if my comics are like too old for Tapastic, or there just isn't a demand for science fiction on Tapastic. Like they don't seem to be that preoccupied. They're more of interested in fantasy and what's it called? Current times, like high school settings. So maybe it's a combination of both, I don't know. Because I don't see other comics that are in a similar genre and subject doing okay on Tapastic. So it's not that my comic is crappy or the story is shitty or something like that. Like I don't see it as being an issue with the quality of the comic I'm producing. It just seems like it's not the best place to publish it in terms of audience, but I really don't know where else to kind of publish it. I mean, on Tapastic it's doing on Facebook. Sorry, it's doing even worse. I get more likes on Google Plus than I do on Facebook, simply because it doesn't reach people. Yeah, I share on Google Plus, and I get, and I have like 120 followers or something like that, as opposed to 2,000 followers on Facebook, and I can actually get some days more likes on Google Plus than on Facebook, even though I have 20 times more followers on Facebook than I do on Google Plus. And so far, like the best platform for like getting likes is Instagram. Like I get most likes there, but it doesn't matter what you post on Instagram really. You're still gonna get a ton of likes because there are a lot of spam pages that have like bots that give you likes in the hopes that you will go to their page, and when you go to their page, you see that they have like hundreds and thousands or whatever, like these huge numbers of followers. And it's because they have bots that just go around and click like or subscribe to your artist page on Instagram in the hopes that you're gonna give a follow back and a like back. Yeah, it's from a lot of bots. It's not from real people. I mean, Instagram is managed by Facebook. Like, what can you expect? I don't know how much Google Plus is used abroad. I don't find it that appealing. I don't find it to be that active. Like, the groups that I'm in on Google Plus don't seem very active. Like, you have way more people posting, liking, doing stuff in groups on Facebook than you do on Google Plus. But for some reason, I have some people that follow me on Google Plus, and they never talk to me, but they kind of do seem to follow what I do and enjoy what I do, because they do give likes on occasion. I mean, for all its flaws, 2 was much better than Facebook. So I'm really hoping that something similar will come along. Like, I think it showed that it works, and you still have a lot of people that want to back, or at least the format of 2, maybe not necessarily the management, because they didn't seem to be very good at what they were doing. Like, there were a lot of issues, like on Rabadaba, and they weren't doing, in my opinion, enough effort to curtail those bad trends. As far as I can tell, Tapastic is doing a great job of keeping spammers out. Like, I don't know, have you ever seen any spammy, crappy comics where they just took the comics of another artist, put it on Tapastic, and then got tips for it? Like, I don't think that's ever happened on Tapastic. Like, I think you genuinely do have people that pay attention to what's going on. So far, Tapastic has not been overrun with spammers. Like, sure, you have some pretty crappy comics that are making maybe a couple of bucks on Tapastic, but you also have a lot of awesome comics that are well made, and if the story is any good, I think it's very debatable. like I think that a lot of the comics on Tapastic aren't that great in terms of storytelling, but you have so many people that love those stories. You know, the weird anime with complicated and stupid love problems. Like, I think those are garbage, but a lot of people seem to like it. Maybe the story gets better later on. I don't know. I've seen like kind of the first pages and I was like, nope, I do not need that. But I've never seen like thieves and like other really offensive stuff being successful on Tapastic. I've never seen any real garbage. Like, I mean, it's stuff that I don't like, but it's not the bad quality that I've seen on, you know, like on Rabadabo or 2 doing okay. Hi Dracarius, how are you? How have you been? Can you hear me? Let's see, where's the links? You've been good? Good for you. I'm happy to hear that. What have you been up to? Yeah, you can hear me? Awesome. So I'm still working on my comic. I don't know if you've done any more like dinosaur pictures, animation, sorry. I think I saw something, but oh, I wasn't sure. Gotta check on YouTube. My computer broke and I just got it fixed. Oh, that's good. Life is hard without the internet. Like, how do you order pizza? Do you use like that old-fashioned device called a telephone? My computer... Oh, okay. No, it wasn't a new text. Like, I saw something flinch in the corner of my eye and I thought maybe you guys wrote me something else. So me and Anna were talking about Tapastic. Yeah, I don't have a phone anymore. I'm that hipster. I don't even use a telephone. And I don't use a TV either. Like, it seems like such a hipster thing for me when I hear someone like, oh, I don't use a television. What is even a television? Oh, I'm so from the future. I don't need no television. I'm going numb sitting here. Like, I usually kind of move around a bit. It's hard for me to sit in one place for 2 hours. But anyway, I'm almost done with this page. Like, I'll need just the shading to do, and we'll be ready to post. I don't know. I'll see what I'll do this Thursday. I'm not sure yet. Like, a friend recommended we do kind of a video gaming day and kind of stream. I don't know. if I'm gonna do that. I am playing a game called Stardew Valley, and a couple of people have asked me for a farm tour. So I don't know, maybe I'll do something like that, or I'll keep working on this comic. Like, I don't know, what would you guys be interested in seeing? Sorry, got the hiccups. Like, do you guys like the game Magica or Stardew Valley? Do you play that? Is my microphone still working? Like, I'm not getting any answers, or maybe just the lag is so long. Never heard of that game, though sounds fun. So one of the games is Stardew Valley, and the other one is Magica. So I do encourage you to go and look at them online, because I don't think June can finish the next Lineart by Thursday, because I haven't gotten a sketch yet, so I don't think it's gonna be done by then. Yeah, because this page was really simple. Like, we only had 3 panels, so I'm pretty much done with it. So this Thursday I'm gonna do something else other than a comic page, because 2 hours is gonna be too much for what we have here. Like, we don't have enough content for that. I think it has a bit more panels in it. Let me see. 38, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 panels, so it's not that small. I don't think you can make it, because you have a lot of work to do at renovating your house. So for next week, a new page. And so this Thursday I'm gonna do something else. And I was thinking, since people asked me about gaming and stuff, maybe I'll do something like that, or do another illustration that I wanted to do for another one of my series. Because I'm working on some other stuff as well. And I'm missing background stuff here, I kind of realized. I should have a line. Oops. Oh, it doesn't work if I click the shift key. It doesn't go straight. I have to draw it. Come on. and I'm gonna need that vase, and I'm just gonna take it from another one of the panels and just put it in. And I think I'll do that in Photoshop. Actually, this one is gonna have to be in perspective a bit, so kind of be something like that. More maybe. I'll need to do something 3D and look at some pictures of a room, because I think I'm not doing it properly. It should be the vase here, like kind of end the room. I'll leave it for some other time. Oops. So I'm gonna export this, save as, okay, and do it Photoshop document. And I'm gonna close it and do some of the like effects there. Okay, no, I think I can do some of it on Clip Studio Paint. I'm kind of curious now. So let me reopen it. Let's see. Can I control what color? No, want something like this. Ghost of Christmas Past. Woo! Okay. And can I turn it on or off? Not sure. Bucket, and I'm gonna get an older page where he is in the page. Get the character sheet here. Color his buttons. And get the gray hair mustachio here. Kind of looks like a hobo. need a pink. For the tongue. I'm sorry. My throat is a little bit dry, but I've drank so much water I don't want to drink anymore. And the computer thingy was, oh, I have to put it on separate layers. Yeah, I'm gonna do this in Photoshop. It'll be a lot easier to separate stuff. Let's see if I can turn this off. Oops. That is how I turn it off. Okay. I mean, it's pretty nice, it's convenient. I'm kind of upset I can't choose the layer color. Layer blending option, sorry, I didn't mean to say color, I meant to say blending. I have such a nice and sunny day outside. I can't wait to go out. I'm like so out of here. As soon as I finish this, and go outside and look at the sky. I've been fortunate with pretty good temperatures, like we haven't had heat waves or anything like that. It's been pretty okay. So guys, let me know what you would like on this Thursday. Paint something from my other books that I need to work on. Would you like me to show you what other things I'm working on? That I've kind of been postponing because I'm working a lot on Niels, and those are way bigger projects, so I've kind of been delaying them. Or would you like to see what video games I'm up to when I have time to kind of relax and have fun? Or is it something else that you guys would like? Like, feel free to tell me. Are people still online? I have 4 people watching, so somebody left. I think that was my sister, and she left a while ago. I haven't looked at the number sooner. Nothing, no suggestions. Okay. I guess I'll do something. What to do, like what would people wanna do, would want me to do on Thursday, sorry. Cause I will not be able to do a new page, so I was thinking maybe do something about video games, or do an illustration of one of the other projects I'm working on. Like the one with the little mice, or Ernest, or something else like that. So I will end the stream here. Thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, and Thursday I don't know what I'll do yet, but I will post online so you guys know if you're interested in tuning in. If not, see you next week for a new comic page from the time traveling adventures of Niels Feynman. Yeah, or speed painting. I'll think about it. I really don't know at this point. So, thanks for watching. Bye bye.